Good morning and good days, Rambo Cabbagers. The New Year's banner is out. Times are changing, times are being great. Okay, I don't know, saying something about times. No, it doesn't matter, right? I'm finally dropping the versus Kaido review. Oh my god, it's versus Kaido, the go to free to play. Now, you're a pretty grown person, right? You could read the special, you could read the captain ability right there. I ain't reading nothing for you, you sissy ninny. Those are all the stats right there, as you can see. Final tap, nothing flashy. Crewmate abilities. What the fuck? Okay. Nah, what's it called? Pardon my French. I did not know this man got rid of 10 turns of special reverse on himself. Okay, that's crazy. Anyways, this is the Kaido part of the versus unit. I'm reviewing him, so let's go to the fights. Now, I may or may not have skipped the guard challenge because it was kind of uninteresting and boring as hell. Like, even I had a hard time watching that. But versus Susaki, right? This fight specifically, I really wanted to use Susaki, but I couldn't use him because that's the character you're trying to get with this team. The reason I call this an intermediate Kaido build is because obviously every character on the team is free to play, but you're gonna need a second legend, like a second summonable unit, and that's just not it without Susaki. Obviously, I'm saying this without Susaki, because if you do have Susaki, he replaces this Doflamingo and this Charlotte Devon, so you'd have an extra slot in which you could heal yourself and gain a damage multiplier instead of having to bring this mom. Now, I kind of wanted to just bring this mom because she had the ratio cannon, and it's funny as hell. Like Big Mom just whips out her giant tallywhacker and absolutely smacks the crap out of your op, aka the opposition, your enemy, the enemy combatant, you may even say. Regardless of me blabbering like that, this team is very good. The only problem being, what's it called, Doflamingo and this mom, right? Because you would need to do a lot of Kizuna clashes and invest into these units, which they are good, by the way. This Doflamingo and mom are really good as standard rare recruits, but you'd have to go out of your way to invest in them. What I would recommend for you to do is try to find a summonable unit that you have in your box. Now, the way you would replace this Doflamingo is just to reduce attack downer and a special charger, or you could just do, if you get the Susaki, obviously you don't have to bring him, you could get him on the 8-star difficulty and that would work out, you know, just fine for you. But all you'd have to do, right, is just stall these first 2 rounds. Let me get this thing out the way. Whap, there we go. The little sidebar disappeared in case you didn't notice. But technically you don't even need Doflamingo to have the special charge. You would just need this slot to have the attack down multiplier, because you could kill this who's who without doing anything. Now, the way you would actually get around not having a special charger is straight up hitting these grates right here, and I'm kind of messing them up. It doesn't matter if you don't kill this guy in the first 3 turns. Like, yeah, he'll do damage to you, but you're gonna lose your whole health bar next turn anyways. So that's one way you could get around this guy, and I'm just missing all my greats. I'm not good right now. I had to re-record this because for some reason my mic didn't save, and that kind of sucked. Alright, here's the 4th fight, Black Maria. As you can see, I had lost all my HPs. I'm all types of fucked up. Attack down, block slots, RCV into death. And that's kind of the reason we bring mom, you know, Dofi. Specifically this mom, the reason I brought her is because she gives you Semla orbs, but then I realized that you don't actually get your orbs changed next turn. So you could just bring any character that gets rid of damage reduction and gives you, you know, a little bit of a damage boost. But this mom is just generally good to use because, well, damage on top of Semla ores, which are really good, are massive W's. Now, there is an alternative team build to this where if you run Super Sugofest Int Uta with the Striker team, obviously this team doesn't fit that criteria at all, but you know, you'd get rid of a lot of mechanics in this fight. But I wanted to do this without using another Super Sugofest other than Kaido. Now, Kaido, you know, he's just got that dog in him. That's all I gotta say about him. And because Kaido got that dog in him, you know, you don't even have to worry about how many specials you use during these fights. Now, the last fight is where shit gets real. So, this Black Maria fight, you know, it's whatever. It's just a bunch of ball debut, you know, all stuff you don't gotta worry about. And with our slot boost combined with our conditional attack boost, we can kill everybody here. Now, you may have noticed that Tama is not even on the leader skill. That's because what Tama provides is too good to pass up on, especially because there's not really other units that do what she does, which is remove paralysis and special bind and give you special charge. She does give type boost, but Susaki interrupts type boost, and that's the reason why I brought this mom, right? She'll give you type boost on super type, and also, as you notice, my Kaido is not charged here. You're like, Rambo Cabbage, what are you gonna do? You can't use your trump card. Don't worry, my boy, we got super type mom right here. Mama. Right, that's +3 special charge right there. And you're like, you're still off by 2 charges, Rambo Cabbage, what are you gonna do? And then we pop Tama right here, right? Tama's gonna be like, Kibidango, whatever the hell Tama says. There's something that I can help do to help the fight. I want to see a different Wano with Momo as the Shogun. See, no special bind, no paralysis. Again, she's the only unit that does that, that's free to play. She's a Pirate King Adventures exclusive. And those tickets aren't that hard to get, so she's pretty free pickup. And here's Charlotte Devon. I don't know why they didn't release her arena and decided to just make her a PKA unit. It's kind of weird, but I'm using her because she locks slots, and you get a little bit of a special charge. But the lock slots don't even matter because you're gonna pop Kaido at the end of the day. Honestly, like, you don't even have to pop more specials after you pop this, man. But you could just do more buku damage if you wanted to. Now, I'm gonna try to get the final tap, no promises. I'm not gonna pop mom special up here. Okay, come on. Please. I got it. Oh my god. I know that final tap is like, is you know, it's a little old, but I love it still. It's really hard to get, but we got it. Yippee! Oh, we got it. Yeah, we got the debuff, all types of fucked up. Now, I did say that you don't need to focus on the slots things, which obviously I could have popped Devon last turn to just lock my orbs to my Wano slots, but this mom right here changes my block orb, so I'm just gonna do that. Yippee! And now he dead. He dead! Mama, mama! Oh shit, didn't mean to play that twice. Anyways, that's it for that fight. Whoa, yo, what's up, my Rambo Cabbages? It's the God of War! No, I'm just playing. Anyways. I don't know what team, I don't know what order this is in. I just made this team, right? Like 5 minutes ago. I've been doing this for a long time, making this team versus Arena Caeser. And all I want to say is Kaido is the GOAT. You can see the team right here. None of these units are summonable, at least as far as I know. I don't know where you get this man cherry from, but she's literally just there because she removes poison and paralysis. The options are very limited, okay? If you don't have that, you'll probably find a unit that has poison and paralysis in your box that's at least a striker unit. I mean, even then, you probably don't need the striker part of the unit. Regardless, right? Here we have my team. I don't know if OPTC audio is recording. Let me fix that. Okay, for some reason, I cannot get the audio to record. I'm sure it's a problem with OBS. You see up here, I have the audio on BlueStacks. You can't see that. Never mind. Anyways, this is the team, right? You got this Eustace kid from Kizuna Clash, I'm assuming. This Sakazuki from Treasure Map. Man Sherry from who the fuck knows where. Big Mom as a child. I think you get it from PKA now. You don't have to do the ambush, which is pretty cool. Magellan and Office Worker, that's what I'm gonna call him. They're Kizuna units. And then obviously Hybrid Kaido. I'm not sure if the Living Break matters. I'm pretty sure it does, but you probably want the 6+ on this unit right here, Eustace. So we have Perospero on support. He is also from Kizuna Clash. And then we have this Shiryu. I think that's his name. Yeah, this boy Shiryu. I think he's from Treasure Map. Correct me if I'm wrong. And yeah. So let's get into the fight, right? Yeah, alright. So this team made me quite a long time to make because options were very limited and I wanted to do this free to play 100%. Now, the most limiting factor I could say with free to play teams is the captain slot. If you don't have certain characters, the captain slot is really hard to fill. Now, I'm only saying this from the perspective of 100% free to play, right? Even though to get Eustace Kid, you'd probably need to use some pretty strong units. But you could probably still do the events on the easiest mode and then have, at least because it was Super Boss, right? You could get this Eustace Kid in, which is where most Kizuna rare recruits are from, is from Super Boss. So if you're not the strongest player, you could still have your team basically carry you across of it. Your team, your alliance. As useless as that mechanic is in the game, it's good for Kizuna Clash, I guess, but after that, like, they're just kind of there, you know? I mean, I have a Discord with them, but I don't know if they even talk in it because I don't check it, and every time I do check it, when I do, right, there is no conversation going on through there. It's just completely hollow hallways. I don't know. Anyways, you're gonna want to stall for obvious reasons. We need specials. And if you're like, Rambo Cabbage, I don't want to stall. Well, then go build a different team. Why are you here? Right. So you're gonna want Eustace Kid special ready by next turn, or else you're gonna fold yourself inwards, which is not good. You don't want to do that to yourself. Now, technically, you could beat this Caesar fight without using any specials. So the captain slot isn't super important as long as it's a driven striker lead. Or if you have a hybrid Kaido, run one right there. Versus Kaido, not hybrid Kaido. So we have Shiryu here to remove the poison, right? And then we have that boy Eustace to plant bombs in our slot. And I know you might be saying, Rambo Cabbage, what are you doing? You're gonna blow up. I know. This is a risk I must take. As the commander-in-chief of something. I don't know. Evil Gang, maybe? Probably not. Yeah, you're gonna want to put some bombs in your slots. And we have Perospero locking our slots so we can keep our top 2 slots. This is very important. Because the dude next turn, Captain Brownbeard, he is going to metaphorically fuck you up. Now, that's because your top 2 slots are going to be locked into poison slots. Now, this isn't a problem if you're running Reiju, which is what this event was based off of. But I see no teams on Nakama Network, which is a website where you can build teams and see other people's teams and see if you can, you know, make that team and then build it yourself. I barely see any hybrid Kaido teams on there, so I'm pissed off right now, okay? I'm sorry. Anyways, right? Let's get off that tangent. You want Reiju in this because she will remove every single instance of poison without fail. Now, me personally, I have beef with that because I didn't have Reiju when I cleared this event. Now, this wasn't the team I cleared it with. I think I used some sort of Dex Luffy with 8th year anniversary Luffy, which is the tandem one. The year tandem effects came out. And I have a big problem with that. So here, it doesn't really matter. You just do a lot of damage and hit with Kaido last because he's your highest attacker. And you want that chain to be up as high as possible. Now here is where you don't want to attack with Kaido, because getting rid of that orb, at least on Kaido, you can lose it on Eustace. It's actually whatever if you lose it on Eustace. So here I'm just gonna try to kill it, try to kill Caesar without clicking on any of my super bomb slots. Now thankfully, right, because of the way I'm running this team, it's only the top 2 slots that you need to worry about. So you could hit with Magellan, but Caesar will usually not have enough HP. And here's Captain Brownbeard, and he's going to lock my top 2 slots, which is really good for me. Because now that they're locked to super bombs, I don't have to worry about them getting changed to poison. And here we're using Kid Mom, right? Kid Mom's going to be like, Mama, Mama! You know, like a little mom. Yeah, just like that. And we're gonna get rid of that bind, which is sucky poo poo. And then you're gonna use Magellan and Office Worker because they will give you a little bit more damage, and that's kind of all you need from them, honestly. Now, this is when I mean that building Kaido teams in like the perfect ways possible is what actually makes Hybrid Kaido one of the best units in the game. So let's take this instance right here, right? So I just used Magellan and Office Worker special right here. Just for damage, not for their utility, straight up just for their damage. So I'm just gonna clap back on this guy, pause. Rip Captain Brownbeard, he's gonna die. We don't even need Kaido's tap. That's one of Kaido's strengths, man. That really is one of Kaido's strengths. The fact that you could just do that. I am kind of sad that the audio isn't recording because I like the crisp sounds of OPTC. So the reason I picked this Caesar fight is one, because it's pretty hard, without Reiju at least, and two, because this shows perfectly how OP Hybrid Kaido is as far as being free to play, right? So here we're all types of fucked up. We got paralysis, poison, special limited. This is where this Manchuri shines. Removes paralysis, poison, RCV down, which you do get, but I have my mom leveled up, and hide SFX, which doesn't really matter here. But this Manchuri will heal us back to full HP. And we probably don't need full HP, but it is really nice. So yippee! We need to get rid of that paralysis and poison. Those are deadly. And then we're gonna want to use Hybrid Kaido special. Arguably the most game-changing special in this whole game. I don't want to see nobody sleeping on my boy versus Kaido, okay? He's got that dog in him. Oh, ro, 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 ro.
Do you have Instagram?
I just made the sound effect for you because you can't hear it.
Do you have Instagram?
Man, that's sad. Anyways, here we have Caesar, right? You don't want to do anything else after this because you can only use 2 more specials after you use Kaido special. Obviously, we only have 1 limited special. And this is the reason why I wanted to do this. He has a damage limiter on him. So that means you can't OTK him, basically. You're just going to have to, you know, box his ass or something. As you can see, we can only do 200,000, 2 million, something like that. I don't know how much that number is. I didn't read it. It's not important. So we're going to get despaired and burned. The burn isn't really that big of a problem, but I'm still going to use a Kainu to get rid of that because I don't like the possibility of me being able to die next turn when you have to make it to a 3rd turn. And as you can see now, we only have 1 special we could use left. We still have Kaido's attack boost and slot boost, which is 325 and 3.5. That is a lot of damage. This is without his versus effect too. So then we're just gonna want to clap back on him. Pause. Boom.
Plug.
And now we're at this last phase where Caesar gets another effect. Defense up and resilience. Again, like I said before, this wouldn't be a problem if you're running Reiju, which is a summonable unit, obviously. Summer Festival, whatever the hell it's called. That's where we use Magellan and Office Worker. They get rid of the defense up and they poison Caesar, which means we're gonna get end of turn damage, which means we can kill Caesar because he will not go below 1 HP. Now hopefully here I can time it right and I can get the actual, what's it called, the final tap on Kaido. Okay, 1, 2. I fucked up. I didn't get the final tap on screen. No! It's a whatever. Anyways, we cleared the event. Free to play. We stay rising, my brothers.
Plug.
Well, my fellow compatriots and or anarchists and or Rambo Cabbagers and or evil people of the internet. I'm sorry. Anyways, that's it for the video, right? At the end of the day, I obviously already had a high opinion of this Kaido, and he will always technically be the free-to-play GOAT because there's nobody who has a special that recharges all of your specials. And yeah, it does limit you, but it also gives you crazy DPS levels of strength. And just as a more further solidification of the fact that this unit is indeed top 5 material, is that you get this man Kaido right here, and you still get this Yamato. You still get a whole nother character with your Kaido. Now, me personally, right, I think the Kaido side of this unit is like way stronger than the Yamato side, but that Yamato can give you some buku damage as well, especially with the fact that the captain ability has utility strapped onto it. Now, obviously, this is a review of just the Kaido side of the unit. If you have any other units that you'd like me to review, just ask me. I will do arenas on them, because arenas are the hardest difficulties game modes you could do, other than probably PKA, but I don't like farming PKA at all. I usually don't even go to 150, but you know, it is what it is. You get the 500 turtles, and then you could finally, you know, come over here, go to the tavern, be like, oh my god guys, it's Yamato, the new one. I'm very late on this review. Anyways, thank you for watching. Stay evil, my evildoers.